So we've all seen at this point the trailer for Black Ops 7. It is one of the most bizarre things because they're framing the whole game around the campaign, and it may end up being a really good campaign. It seems really trippy and surreal and bizarre and everything. But what I find so interesting is that it's such a strict and stark contrast to what Battlefield is doing. Battlefield is going like gritty, grounded, more realistic. It's not like a sim shooter or anything, but they're not trying to go all psychedelic Control vibes on it. You know, this is very Control, what you're seeing here. And it makes sense because they probably started doing a lot of work on it right after Control launched. So it seems really, really trippy. And they're going to bring a lot of this same methodology and thought process to the multiplayer as well, which is where the vast majority of COD players are. But I mean, again, it's just classic Call of Duty. Even at the end of this trailer, of course, they have to they do little like big set pieces with the robots, lots of explosions. And then really trippy, pre-order now. It is a play anywhere title, which is interesting. They had to, of course, showcase cosmetic packs, including some with like actual androids and things. And then like pink dragon skins and blue and lava skins on them. Ultra bubblegum packs, a battle pass, 1100 CP, 20 tier skips and more. Like, what are we doing? And then pre-order and get these skins, playable in Black Ops 6 and Warzone, the Reznov Challenge Pack. So even more skins and cosmetics for the pre-order stuff. And it is such a quintessential example of everything that's wrong with Call of Duty. And what's interesting is I did check with the extension. The current like to dislike ratio when I started the stream was 42,000 up, 240,000 down. It's now up to 43,000 up. And then this browser, I don't have the extension installed. Now, to be clear, in my experience, the dislike extension is typically really, really wrong. In my experience, it shows dislikes as being like 2 to even sometimes 3 times more than they actually are. So like even on my own videos, it might, if it says like 60 dislikes on a video, the actual number probably somewhere between 20 and 30, but it's historically very, very wrong. But even so, that's still not good. That's still pretty bad. Even if this is actually like, oh, it's only 150,000 dislikes. Oh, it's only 100,000 dislikes. It's still not good. It's still bad. You'd hope that there's a lot more, you know. But what's happening? I mean, even with this, we know that there's 43,000 likes. What's one of the top comments? 117,000 upvotes. Okay. This actually made me pre-order Battlefield 6. From a COD player, more likes on this, just by a little bit, but more likes on this than likes on the actual trailer. Thank you for making it easy to choose Battlefield 6. Nice to see COD developers still aren't listening to their own fan base and just make random garbage. Show this to my grandma. She pre-ordered Battlefield 6 too. People say COD is getting too much hate. I personally think they aren't getting enough. Best advertisement for Battlefield 6. You know what? I think Medal of Honor should come back. Can't even have a trailer without showing off bundles. If I wanted to fight robots, I just rejoin the Helldivers. For the sake of liberty. This game looks like what happens when a marketing team reads Reddit posts about mental health, watches Inception once, and decides that's enough to design a Call of Duty campaign. Oh, man. EA's probably going to throw a giant party tonight. Yeah, probably. Now, there's all sorts of accusations being levied right now. People are calling Call of Duty devs lazy, saying they're phoning it in, they're not trying, and all of that very well may be true. I think they're trying on the wrong things. They're putting a lot of effort into things like, for example, cosmetic packs and things like, you know, the COD points and the bundles and all of that, because it literally is just about printing money at this point. Whereas like Battlefield, say what you will, I understand like we need server selection, specifically map selection. Like I was so frustrated I couldn't pick the damn map I wanted to play on. But at least they're doing new stuff. At least they're kind of innovating. COD, this is just more of the same. So Hob, thank you for the 5. Remember Kratos and Christopher Judge, no 8-minute speech like last year, but fun fact, my speech was longer than this year's COD campaign. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That's why I like advertising Call of Duty around the campaign. Cool. If it's a cool campaign, that's awesome. But let's be real. Like, these campaigns are not super long, and they're not the primary problem people have with the campaigns or with Call of Duty. What they have problems with are like the skins. T-Dog, friend of the channel, super cool guy. Met him at the marathon event, actually. He was saying, he's put this out, and I totally agree. He says, I speak for everyone when I say it's time for a skin filter in Call of Duty. You can buy a skin if you want it, but I should be able to flip a toggle, and it resets everybody to default skins, to like the noob skins. You just press a button, and then it gets rid of... I don't remember which turtle is purple. I was never a TMNT guy. I have no idea who this is. Well, Donatello? Leonardo? Is it Donatello? I don't know. Somebody's going to get mad at me. Shame. Is it Donatello? It is Donatello. Okay. Donatello? No. Get out of here. You flip the switch, it goes back to default. That would be amazing. But are they going to do that? They could have done that very easily a long time ago. But I don't think they will, because again, part of the whole point is that they want somebody to be able to buy a skin and then force it on everybody else to flex that they spent the money. And then they want like those unique finishers that they have and all those to play out accurately for everybody. And everybody has to look at them and see them. Because ultimately it's about like a social status thing. It's about flexing on people that you spent the money for the skin. So there's no way that they're going to do this. There's just no way that they're going to allow a skin toggle. And what's really frustrating is that they've already announced that they're going to bring forward those skins season 1. At least that's my understanding, is that season 1, when that kicks off, all those skins you bought with Black Ops 6, you can bring forward into Black Ops 7. So you're just immediately going to get Beavis and Butthead overrunning the servers and all of that. And it was part of the idea of Call of Duty HQ is that all of those purchases can carry from game to game to game to game to game. But this is the problem. Yeah, filter, yuck, brokey, basically. Yeah, well, that's what they would say. That's what they'd say. It's like, I spent this money, you should have to look at it. And honestly, I think a lot of these people would not buy the skin if they knew other people weren't going to see it. Very few people are buying these skins just to enjoy themselves. Most people are buying the skins because they want to flex it to their friends or to the other people in the lobby. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Okay. Yay, another Call of Duty with minimal effort put in to release the same thing every year that turns out to be no different, just a new coat of paint. Well, that's why if the behaviors actually change and people actually go and play Battlefield, it could actually change things. I'm not sure if that'll happen, but I'm optimistic. What's also interesting is that this was revealed as well. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 reveal trailer has over 13 million views on YouTube. This was as of very, very early this morning. No, yesterday. And it has the lowest amount of likes and engagement for a COD reveal trailer ever. So it's one of the least engaged with Black Ops, or Call of Duty rather, announcements in the history of the franchise. It's just not connected with people. Now, what's interesting is that Black Ops 7 devs have responded to lazy Call of Duty accusations. IGN Daily Fix at Gamescom claims. Let's see what Call of Duty devs are saying in response to the claim that they're being lazy. Let's see. You ready? Wrong button. Here we go.
I'm Damon Hatfield here at Gamescom, and for today's fix of gaming news, we have a Call of Duty Black Ops 7 dev commenting on claims that the series is lazy and better watch out for Battlefield 6, and Xbox has revealed the first game it's bringing to Nintendo Switch 2. Let's get into it. Presented by Universal Orlando Resort and its new theme park, Universal Epic Universe. In recent months...
Dude, how do I get that sponsorship? What the hell do you mean, sponsored by Epic Universe? Jacob, are you in here? You're in here, I think. Can you text Jake and just be like, hey, Luke just saw on stream that Epic Universe is sponsoring IGN. Can you reach out to them? Because, dude, I'm jelly. Luke's jelly. Yes, I am. Can you imagine if we got sponsored by them? Dude, they're doing a Fallout haunted house and a Five Nights at Freddy's one. There's like gaming things there. We could go. I could take Jacob on a roller coaster. We could vlog it. It could be super cool. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I'm super jelly. super jelly. Anyway, yeah, I need to know how they got that. Presented by Universal Orlando Resort. Dude, no joke. I go like 2 to 3 times a year. Like 2 to 3 times a year we go to Epic Universe, or not Epic Universe, to Universal Studios Orlando, because we love it so much. It's like me and my wife's happy place. Anyway.
There have been more than one suggestion from members of the games industry that Call of Duty...
And Jacob, keep all this in the reaction video. Keep all this in because I want Universal to see this. It's literally the Bo Burnham thing. I'm not sponsored by them. I just want to get sponsored, so please.
Games are lazy, and that the threat of EA's rival shooter Battlefield 6 will force a change in approach from Activision. In a recent interview with IGN, we put both of those suggestions to Black Ops 7 co-developer Treyarch to get its response. Some industry peers believe that the annualized shooter series is in need of some healthy competition. At this year's Summer Game Fest, Splitgate 2's director stated that he was tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year.
Yeah,
that sentiment is seemingly shared by former Blizzard president Mike Ibarra, who posted last week in relation to the latest Battlefield 6 open beta, Battlefield will boot stomp Call of Duty this year, but the real win here is Call of Duty won't be lazy anymore and we'll all get better FPS games for it. Speaking to IGN, ahead of Black Ops 7's opening night live reveal here at Gamescom, Associate Creative Director Miles Leslie said Treyarch tries to shut out the noise and focus on delivering the best game possible. When asked about
Hey, sir, millions of people think that you're being super lazy and that your product is suffering for it. What do you have to say? I try to ignore those people. In a way, it's kind of a lazy response. So it's almost poetic. Oh, it's really quite beautiful when you think about it.
About the lazy claims, Leslie said, you just don't worry about it, right? When we start, it's not like, what are they going to think? It's like we have a vision, we're going to hit that vision, and there's always going to be people that are going to try to knock you down and not have positive criticism, which we do look for. So it's like noise, right? You try to cut through that and stick to your vision and plan.
I mean, okay. Let's be fair. There are certainly people that are just miserable. Okay. I saw your comments. I saw some of your comments on the Gamescom reaction stream because we had like 5 or 6 people in the chat who were just like the saddest people ever. Like every game pops up like looks like crap, looks terrible. Like there are some people like that who just need a hug and are sad and are going to be like miserable and everything sucks, right? There's always going to be people like that. But the moment that you start to just hand wave away criticism is when you start to get in trouble. You know, you can really start to get in trouble. And I think the danger is that the accusations of like, you only care about the money from skins, even if it corrupts the creative integrity and the narrative integrity of your game and any sense of immersion we might have. You only care about the money that's being generated. That is being hand waved away as just haters, you know? It's just, it's noise. It's noise. You're not going to make any progress if you do it. There was even the statements earlier where, it was earlier this year, just like a month or two ago, where executives were reportedly saying that they weren't worried about Battlefield 6 because Call of Duty was too big to fail. And it's literally like just the Titanic all over again. I think I tweeted out. Yeah. Exclusive. Activision leadership isn't worried about Battlefield 6 because Call of Duty is, quote, too big to fail. It's a great way to get in trouble. It's a great way. It's a great way to get in trouble if you start to refuse actual criticism and you just hand wave it away. It's hubris. Pride comes before the fall, as they say.
As for the threat of Battlefield 6, we asked Leslie if DICE's game pushes Treyarch on, or even if the developer thinks about the game at all. Leslie said he'd played Battlefield 6, but is focused squarely on Black Ops 7. I got to play this weekend, he said. It's a fun game. We're fans of all games, and I think we look for inspiration anywhere. But we're focused on our own craft. They're doing their thing. We're fans of the FPS genre. We're fans of lots of games. Let's all have fun. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is out November 14th.
On the one hand, I get it. What's he going to say? Yeah, it looks way better than our game. Like, of course he's not going to say that. I get it. I don't think it answers the big questions, which is just, hey, it feels like you've been sitting on your hands. Like, even this big reveal that's supposed to be super exciting. Most people are like, is this the new game or is this a DLC for the old one? Like, what are we doing? You know, it's not compelling. It's not compelling. But ultimately, like everybody's saying, you know, in chat and in comments and everything else, will it even matter? Probably not. Look at the comments. Doesn't matter. The COD sheep will still buy it like they do every year. The vision being the exact same for the past 5 years. They only want kind words when being criticized. They don't want to be labeled as lazy when in reality they are. Yeah, what he said was we only want to listen to positive criticism, or we look for positive criticism. That, of course, like I think he meant constructive criticism, but I do think it is also a bit of a Freudian slip And we've seen plenty of studios that seem to be overrun by this idea of like toxic positivity, as it's been thrown out, which is basically just the idea and concept that when you're so focused on being upbeat and positive and not critiquing anything, you can't actually do better because you're never getting called out for mistakes, and everybody's too worried about, you know, protecting each other's fifis instead of actually making the best thing you possibly can. Because sometimes somebody's going to bring work to the desk, to your desk that sucks. It's going to happen sometimes. Sometimes Jacob will submit a draft of a video that's broken and didn't render right, and I have to tell him, go redo it. I can't just go, you know what? You did great. Good enough. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. And what we've seen in a lot of these cases of games that end up flopping is just choices where you're just baffled. You're like, what were you thinking? How did no one tell you? Stop. This sucks. Just, again, I would do it if it weren't going to immediately give all of you acid reflux. I would play that. I talked myself into it. We're doing it anyways. Somebody looked at what I'm about to show you and said, that's good. That's good. Ship it.
Don't blow this for us, man. What'd I just tell you?
Wait, we don't shoot these guys here? Aw, okay, that's on me.
Oh, Christ.
Mandy, baby, is that you? Oh, I'm so glad you're alive.
Shut it! It was a gamble adding you to this Task Force X, and I'm sick of your bullshit already. So I guess you'll fit right in. Keep him in line.
Put it in me.
Oh, mate, bloody hell. Now you've just made it weird. Hal?
Hell no. Been there, done that, got the scars, did some healing. I'm not into that type anymore.
Maladaptive narcissists?
Comedians.
Come on, Deadshot. Sharko, you want to have a go this time?
My hands are too large.
We sure about this, Director?
Oh, this brings back memories of my old Suicide Squad.
We're almost there, fam.
Here we go.
We're almost there.
They're all dead. What a tragedy. What a heartbreaker. The sprays of blood, the smell of singed hair, the viscera. Oh, the viscera. I'd definitely do it differently this time around. Cleaner.
Well, congratulations, Task Force X. It took you all of 20 seconds to lose control of him.
Hey, hey, hey. Don't misunderstand me here. I killed my team because I truly cared about them. And even though I've only just gotten to know you guys, I care about you that much too.
A lot of people watched that and said, yeah, put that in the $70 game as our first big expansion. This is why it's important to be able to call out bad things when they're bad. Be like, hey, I get it. We're trying to be funny. It's not landing. It's just kind of cringy. And I understand we're not doing the Mark Hamill Joker. Get it. Totally get it. But that's the expectation. That's the standard. So this ain't doing it. They didn't. And instead they just were like, yeah, that looks great. That looks great. And it's like we said back when this launched. It's like either they truly thought that this was really, really good, the whole studio, or there were people that saw it for what it was and they stayed quiet because they were fearful that they would be fired or labeled as a hater or bullied for being a hater or whatever it is. Either way, the end result is the same, which is a product that just doesn't really work and is bad And so it's important to be able to call out bad things when they're bad. And with this like toxic positivity thing that even now the Call of Duty team is espousing, I think it's just a matter of time before that eventually starts to catch up with them. And thankfully now we have Battlefield that's actually providing some pushback and is actually providing some competition. They're actually, making some, I think, progress. And I think they're doing things that are exciting players in a way that Call of Duty just isn't. I haven't seen one person that's excited for Call of Duty. I've seen a lot of people that are really excited for Black Ops. Even among my friends and family that do play a lot of Call of Duty, they played the Battlefield beta and are loving that. And I've heard nothing about Black Ops 7. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens and how this plays out, but time will tell.
He took my thing.